Look at the puppy!
I'm not hearing that out of this earphone, am I?
Here, I thought Taz had just gone barking mad.
I think that versus
It's coming through my headphones.
Oh. It's not coming through mine at all. It's coming through the speaker.
I don't think so. What is it? What the fuck is going on with it? Just a second. Hmm? Are you gonna... Get on with
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Toy Soldiers Old School. Episode 13, I think. Lorraine says it's fun listening to Pathfinder games when she plays D&D 5e. I'm back. That's hilarious. Alright, so we've got a couple of announcements before we begin tonight's game, just in terms of stuff that's going on the channel and whatnot. First of all, on July 1st, I'm going to be insane because I am doing both the Camp NaNoWriMo event, right, and I am doing the World Anvil Summer Camp Challenge. Since I have not done World Anvil Summer Camp Challenge before, I don't know how crazy I am, but I've decided to be nice and only give myself a 20,000 word goal for Camp NaNoWriMo. I'll be doing a lot of streaming about both of these things over the course of the month, so keep your eye on the channel. We're going to do an inaugural stream on July 1st that's going to mention both of these events. Right, I'm working with the Happy Sun Lodge, who are combining streaming about summer camp, and there is an article here with information on different members of the lodge. They're all World Anvil members and when they're streaming, so that you can check it out if you are interested in that. It's going to be like a full day of streaming if you follow everybody, so it's going to be fun. Right, my goal for Camp NaNoWriMo, which is like mini National Novel Writing Month, is 20,000 words, and I'm going to do my next Weird West story. That's my plan, right? And then when I'm finished that, I'm going to use the remainder of that to whatever's left to work on Brothers in Arms, which is the third book in the Toy Soldiers saga. So
I'm gonna spend the time to do Camp NaNoWriMo, to do 20,000 words, rewriting my racist section of this game.
Awesome.
Right, to reflect culture.
Right. We had a long talk about the way that biological determinism is something that permeates a lot of game systems. We decided we didn't like that. And what we're going to do instead is there's going to be some biological elements, you know, like you might get a dexterity point for being an elf or something like that, right? But most of our stuff like that is going to be cultural instead. So we've got a plan. He's done a layout. All he has to do is write it down. It's going to be great.
Personally, I think that a dwarf from Peridot, right, who lives in Skyreach, right, has more in common with you guys than he does with a dwarf who lives on Talasia in a mountain somewhere,
right,
and has never been to space.
Right.
Right? You know, and that's the thing, like, that's our design is going to be that where you come from and who you are have more to do with you than biological determinism.
Right. So yeah, that's going to be awesome. So you guys can check that out if you like and follow our world, which of course I always put the URL in the end credits, but I will type it here in the chat as well. Yeah. And Lorraine reminds me that at least summer camp prompts are a 300 word minimum, which I can probably do in my sleep. The question will be where to stop. Can I stop myself from writing enough that I'm not wasting the time that I need to finish other projects? It's going to be a good lesson in discipline for me. So I'm looking forward to it for that reason. And with that, shall we get started with our usual?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm Diane Morrison, aka Sable Aradia. I am the creator of the Toy Soldiers Saga. I am playing Celine Wintermist, who is an idealistic young elf priestess who joined the Avalonian Navy to see the universe and maybe help some people on the way. My pronouns are she or they.
Rowan.
Hi, I'm Rowan. I play Von Vin. Star Song. She's a happy-go-lucky Star Elven druid who grew up in a druid grove, who's out to see the stars and all the wonders and experience the plant ships and, just tour around and shares wisdom with her friends occasionally.
And your pronouns are...
My pronouns are she.
All right.
Okay, Brianna.
Hi, I'm Brianna. I'm also known as Siobhan the Writer. I'm playing Madrimlian. He is an altruistic elf who is hoping to start his own group in the Navy eventually. And he comes off curmudgeonly, but he's actually not. And my pronouns are she, her.
Taz.
Hi, I'm Taz, also known as Diane. I play Ardent Spellsword, a inside crafter who wants to spend most of his time studying on how to make things. My pronouns are he, him.
Okay, Blake.
I am Blake Ritchie, and Lee Peng, part of Crowley. He is a cat person that is having a great time traveling around with the Navy.
And your pronouns?
Oh, and my pronouns are he, him.
Okay, Dawn.
Hi, I'm Dawn. I play Yasma Snowwind. I up with the Navy.
You're cutting out.
Oh, sorry. Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Where did I cut out?
You just got out just after your introduction.
Oh, okay. So Yasma Snowwind. I was an orphan. Joined the Navy with Crowley just for a job, basically. And a little bit of a scrapper, but I'm really clumsy.
At least you haven't had very good luck with your die rolls. It's true.
It's not that
No.
she's clumsy, it's that she's unlucky. Okay, and your pronouns are?
She, her.
Okay, and Gareth?
Hi, I am Gareth. I play Lurek, a no-nonsense gunslinger who's been displaced from his natural body, and my pronouns are he, him.
Awesome.
Okay, and Chris?
I am Chris. I play Aaron Mythithus. He's a older, more grizzled, enlisted elf. Joined the Navy mainly to try to figure out what happened to his parents. I'm responsible for keeping this young group of officers alive. Focus at the moment. Pronouns are he, him.
Okay, I'm the game master. My name is Aaron. Alright, I also play Ruavel Sunfall, the man destined to become the father of Shandar Sunfall, the protagonist of the Toy Soldier Saga books. Alright, I also play all the NPCs. Okay. And my pronouns are dumbass. Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to thank the darling wordsmith for the follow since the last time we broadcasted. So, awesome. All right, so Aaron's having a bit of a pain day.
Yeah.
So what that tends to mean is that we have to be pretty self-directed tonight, guys, and to a large extent. So if anybody has any projects they were going to do or anything, and I do believe one of the first things we were planning on doing was visiting the monument that commemorates the loss of the ship that Eric's parents were on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we need like some town noise or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or Elf Forest or something like that.
Elf Town. Elfton.
So Celine wakes herself up fairly early because she has a sneaky suspicion that our beloved staff sergeant is going to do the tough loner thing, so wants to make sure he doesn't get away without her.
Rulo tells you not to worry too much about it. He wouldn't do that.
Well, I know. He said that, I could come, so. But still. I am hearing no sound effects. Are they quiet or is it
They're
just
quiet.
me? Okay.
I guess when Celine awakes, Sergeant already over talking to the bartender who he tried to settle up with, but it turns out we're just a bunch of friends. So, partying was turned for our gracious gifts.
Yep.
That's right. Good morning, she says cheerfully.
Oh, good morning, ma'am.
She says hello to the barkeep and...
Good morning.
I had a lovely time last night. Thank you so much, she says.
He says, be welcome anytime.
I would love to come back, she says. I think this is going to be a regular haunt. So I hope we're not too disruptive, she says.
Not at all. One thing you'll find about our people is that, he says, indicating Arian, is that we can go with the flow pretty well. He nods.
Yeah, she kind of nods too. Doesn't say anything really in response to that, but of course she's thinking about uptight gold elves.
Yeah.
Except that the gold elves she's been getting to know haven't been that all uptight. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, speaking of gold elves,
Nobody said a word. That was all out of game.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you her motivations, right?
as if they hear the cue.
Ah. The quote Sunfall boys come down the stairs.
Yes. Into the main room of the inn. Both have shit-eating grins on their face.
Oh, now I know you're up to something, she says.
Nope, not anything at all.
She drums
They're
her
up to something last night.
She drums her fingers on the bar. Like, I do not believe you.
The sergeant raises an eyebrow because last he remembered we all crashed out on the common room floor. He's wondering why they're coming down from upstairs.
Yep.
Because they took a couple ladies of the night with them.
Did they? Oh well. I don't know. None of my business, really.
I really don't care.
Of course, that must have all happened off camera, because I don't remember any of that happening in the last game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Last I remembered, we'd all crashed out on the common room floor.
Yep.
Why were you up there anyway, she says.
The view is incredible.
Oh?
Seriously, he says. It goes up about 7 stories into this tree. Right? And then there's a big balcony up there.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. I'll have to check that out.
Come on, I'll show you. He says.
Well, I'm kind of on
Oh, right, you're on.
the sergeant's schedule today, she says.
Okay.
Looking at him, like, were you planning on heading out right away, or did you want to get breakfast first? Or?
Yes, ma'am. Life starts early in the village, and it's going to take us a little while to get there, even with the lifeboat.
Okay.
All right.
I look at all the rest of the people still passed out, and I'm like, I look over at the bartender. I said, will you please let them know where the lieutenant and I have gone, and when they rouse themselves?
No problem, he says.
Thank you.
He says, you're going back to the village.
Yeah, my home village. Well, where my great uncle lives.
Haha, I have a map. I will pull it up and give you some names. 1 second.
So I don't know if you read the post I put up on World Anvil. I explained a little bit. Basically, my mom was a commoner. And her uncle raised me after their ship was lost, so wouldn't be like a noble family farming village.
Right.
Along those lines.
Cool. Okay. Alright, farm and village. I will find something that will be suitable. It will be on this half, because the other half doesn't exist yet. You want a farming village or a fishing village, or like...
I figured my great uncle just kind of had a small farm that I grew up on.
Okay, I will find you a small farm. Sorry for the delay. I'm still not hearing anything out of those speakers. Weird.
I hear.
Do you?
I'll turn up some of the sounds.
I'm not getting anything in the stream for music or sound effects.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay, thanks. Are you getting our voices to the stream? At least?
Voice is fine. No sound effects.
Well, the world won't end if we can't make that work. It just feels quiet, that's all. Well.
Oh. Wasn't playing.
It wasn't playing, okay.
No.
Well, good.
You're not crazy.
See?
I am, because I thought I heard it.
Yes, dear, but you have a diagnosis for that.
Right, that's true.
There you go. Alright, I'm just trying to look for a place that sounds interesting. There's mostly a lot of, adventure hooks on this map, and I'm looking for a good place to set up village. So. Okay, well.
Well, Madrimlian quits pretending to be asleep and gets up.
Oh, he was pretending to be asleep, was he? Figures. Okay. Yeah, so this is a jungle climate, so most of the towns and villages are kind of on the edges of the, like, they're all on the shoreline, more or less. Let's see here. I wonder if this place...
That's fine.
There we go. 868 population, sound about right? 868 people? Too big?
Sure, sounds good.
Okay. So you come from a place called Flower Marsh, or Flower Mark, pardon me, right? You're not in the city, obviously. Your uncle's farm, then, I guess, would be kind of on the outskirts. And since it's kind of marshy there, I imagine that probably rice would grow really well, or you could have like a food forest kind of set up in, like, deeper in the jungle itself.
Yeah.
Like most of the Amazon has turned out to be, apparently.
Yeah.
And maybe like a banana and fruit farm or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, now we gotta turn it down. Me complaining, I don't hear the music, and now it's like it's too loud. Never satisfied.
Still too loud?
A little bit. There we go. Alright. So I guess we'll get in the lifeboat and we'll head there.
Lieutenant, before you head out, I'm going to try and find myself some training.
Training?
Alchemical.
Oh, okay. Oh, posture check, guys. Straighten yourselves up. Thank you very much, True-Red Hero.
My posture is terrible.
Yes, he has checked his posture and he fails.
I've checked my posture and found it wanting. Okay, so
so Madrimlin's looking for training.
right. Xerxes says to Madrimlin, you might do better looking in Whirligig.
Think I might check it out then.
I'll come along.
Alright, I appreciate your company.
Bonvin drags herself out of bed and packs her gear up.
You alright? Xerxes to her?
Oh yeah, she says. It's just the first time I've gotten to sleep in months.
Oh, good morning, everybody.
Morning. This is Roselle.
Oh, it's morning already?
Yes, that happens after 8 hours.
Oh, maybe I should.
Maybe I should check the date and move it forward.
Perhaps so. Trended Hero has redeemed his name generator option.
Okay.
Yarborough, a gnomish city famed for its shady dealing, crooked nature, pickpockets, and criminal workings. Well, considering that Whirligig is an oligarchy, I'm sure they have one of those somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mostly benevolent oligarchy, in as much as oligarchies can be benevolent, but...
Right. It's more of a Jeff Bezos sort of oligarchy than a Elon Musk sort of oligarchy.
Maybe Bill Gates.
Maybe Gates? Okay.
Yeah. At least he's not, employing people who are throwing themselves out of windows or, refusing to decontaminate the warehouses where people are working with, people who test positive for a horrible plague or, something like that. He might be they might be billionaires or, well, no such thing in this universe. Cause
No, nobody has a billion anything. Maybe Smaug.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that all depends on what time period.
Crowley's got a billion or something.
Hair?
Cells.
What's that?
Brain cells.
Uh-oh.
In
are we
his
down?
small little head.
No, we're not down, which means he probably just had his phone drop.
He tells me Yarborough is a term meaning being dealt a hand where all the cards are over 9. I did not know that. Thank you very much for that piece of information.
Maybe it's just for he's coming up with for your game world.
What's that, sir?
Maybe that's just something he's coming up with for the game world.
Oh, could be. Okay, so Madrimlian's going for training.
Yeah, Madrimlian's going to talk to the gnomes. They're great guys when you get to know them.
Badum tish.
Babum tush.
I've got a nice one.
Okay, so do we want to
How
focus
long
on that?
before we got?
How long before we...
How long before we gotta be back at the ship?
3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. Doesn't mean that you'll necessarily be doing anything in 3 days with the ship. It's just that you have to be back there because your leave's over.
Yes.
Well, you don't have to be back ever if you don't want to. You don't work for the Navy.
I know. No, but Yasma has.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's gonna ask Yasma.
Ask Yasma what?
Barely awake, dude. Just give me.
She caught it, but I don't think the rest of the streamers did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you saying there, Blake?
Crowley's gonna ask Yasma what she wants to do. We got 3 days.
Right, and she's like, I just got up.
Right now I want coffee.
Yeah.
Tea. We drink tea in the Avalonian Navy.
Yeah, right.
Officers do.
Yeah, no gruff here.
Yeah, Groff is for orcs.
And welcome to All Things Elvish, where if it's orcish, it's crap.
Crowley and Yasma are gonna go out and explore a little bit.
Okay? Around Skyreach?
Yes.
Okay.
We're also taking my my new friend.
And here's Smilodin.
Guess I should give him a name.
Yep.
Not so much for returning him to the kennels, huh?
No, he tried to return him to the kennels. He was being unruly.
I'm gonna add that to my map right now, by the way. Yarborough. I can do that.
If the sergeant's not there, he'd suggest the name Panzer for
The name which?
Panzer.
Raja. Oh, go ahead,
Raja?
Chris.
His name's Raja?
Yes.
Okay. But is he the blue Raja?
I just had an out of world experience.
Anyway. Who should I start with, guys?
Go ahead with the sergeant.
Yeah, you have been waiting the longest, so... Alright, before you leave, the innkeep says, would you mind trading some stuff for me?
Sure, no problem. What do you need?
He says, I just don't get back to Kanathi much. He says, I understand yours is a farming village, orchards mostly, right?
Yes, in fact, my uncle, or my great uncle, has a small fruit farm.
Well, if your great uncle would be interested in some of my fruit mead, he says, I would be interested in trading it for some more fruit to make more fruit mead.
What he has available. Likes the mead.
Okay, he says, I'll send you with, how many you figure? 20 bottles?
Yeah, I don't think that'll overload the lifeboat.
Okay. Yeah, he says, just wait here and I'll be right back. He heads down into his basement and comes back with a wooden crate with 20 bottles of mead in it. Right.
Sergeant one arms it up onto his shoulder.
Yeah.
What I can do for you?
Celine's impressed. She's like, try not to show it, but she is.
Yeah. Well, to say the barkeep wasn't grunting either. You know?
Got it. Yeah, I feel like a wuss now. It's okay.
That's none of you for you.
I'll nod to the barkeep and head out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys head off to... They're getting a lifeboat and head to your village, which is named...
Flower Mark is what its name is.
Flower Mark?
Flower Mark.
Okay, Flower Mark.
Yeah, I'm just
How long-
going along for the ride,
Yeah.
so if he's quiet, I'm pretty quiet too. I'm not going to try to, drag him into conversation. She gets that this is hard. She just figures somebody needs to be company, right?
Mm-hmm.
As we're going, the sergeant looks over at it. Thank you for coming, ma'am. You have to.
Somebody should, she says.
Pretty much just going to say my respects. And
I know, she says.
Sergeant looks at her and you can kind of see the curiosity eating away at her, even though she's trying to sit on it. Kind of gives a sign and goes, "Go ahead and ask, ma'am. I'll see what I can tell you."
She smiles a little. She says, "I don't want to do anything that's going to cause you pain. If it's
Not
too
the
hard
pain,
to talk
ma'am.
about, that's fine."
It's not the pain, ma'am. It's the pain's old. Not knowing and question of propriety.
Propriety.
So, what happened was, I was serving probably, it was my 4th summer aboard.
She nods. Go on, kind of, yeah.
All of a sudden, got called back to port. All of us who were under the age of majority hadn't actually taken the oath. Were put off the ship.
Nods. Right.
Usually indicates something pretty significant's going on.
She nods emphatically. Yeah, she agrees with that. Yeah, she has a look of now on her face, I wonder what that's about.
I was sent to live with my great uncle. And months later, we got the regret to inform you letter.
She puts a hand on his shoulder as he hesitates over that.
And that's the last we heard. No explanation, no knowledge of what happened, where it happened, how it happened. Just we regret to inform you, ship has been lost, presumably with all hands, and that was it. I've spent my life trying to find out what's going on. But can't make the mithril talk when the mithril doesn't want to talk. And I know you have ties, so I kind of didn't want to bring you into it.
I'll be happy to try to help you find out what happened, she says. Of course I will.
But if they're keeping it so hush hush, it must be bad. So it could be bad for you to ask. So you see why I hesitate to bring it up much.
I do see, she says.
Don't want to do anything to jeopardize some other elf's career, because I've got this burning need to know what's going on, what happened. At this point, past. So
I think
spent my career walking that line.
She says at the very least they could tell you, it was classified and they died heroically or something. I don't know, she says. No, I want to help, she says.
Well, I don't want you to feel like you have to, ma'am, and I don't want you to take any risks. One thing for me, a sergeant, to take a risk. What are they going to do? Bust me to private? But for somebody from a successful family and bright future ahead of her, that's a big ask, ma'am, and not asking.
She says, my mom earned her nobility. We weren't always a noble family. She says, the constant scrutiny rankles me all the time, she says. And I do believe something very similar happened to my father. I'm too young to remember him, but my mother never speaks about it. And I've poked, did he do something bad? Was he a horrible person? No, I loved him very much, she says. but no
My
information.
My father was just a junior officer. My mom was a pilot. Not like they were top rank people either. So I don't know if maybe the doesn't feel a need because we weren't that important.
I don't personally think anybody is unimportant, she says.
Well, you're not Mithril, ma'am.
That's true. She says, I'm not.
Anyway, that's pretty much all I know, and it sucks. That's all I know. Know their ship name, know what they did. I remember serving on that ship. But beyond that, I mean, it's like one day they just sailed off to do something for the Navy and never came back, and the Navy didn't care why. Or didn't care to tell us, at least.
I think it's more
Sorry.
like...
Sorry if that sounds bitter.
I don't blame you, she says. I don't blame you. But I'd say it's probably more likely it was something important, she says. We weren't at war. I know the policy is to, unload the middies and whatnot when war is declared. But so that means they must have been going into some kind of very dangerous situation or combat zone. More dangerous than even your average, investigating pirates, because I've been on the ship when that's happened, right? So, it's probably, it's probably something that intelligence doesn't want people to know. But maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, she says.
Right, and like I said, that's why I've never really asked anybody to poke at it.
She says, we have a blunt instrument we could use if we wanted to, right? Who's gonna argue with the prince? She says.
Been hiding right now, or at least incognito. Not supposed to be the prince, so to ask him to go throw that around, how's that supposed to work?
You have a point there, and he's just hot-headed and stupid enough he would do it, she says.
Besides, when you mention blunt objects, I usually think of, a mithril, a sap, and an alley, which isn't very career healthy either.
No, I imagine not, she says. Besides, you'd have to know who to sap, she says.
Yeah, they all know each other. They all know everything everyone else knows.
Good point, she says. Well, I could put Madrimlian on it, she says.
I know he's good, man, but he's still just an ensign.
It's true, and he's sometimes thinks he knows more than he does, she says. Don't get me wrong, he's incredibly smart. I admire him immensely, she says. It's just lack of experience. He wants to prove himself.
You all learn that, man.
I know. Oh, yeah, I'm as wet behind the ears as anybody, but the difference is I know it, she says.
You go ask is it your dad or your uncle that you work with on the ship? Your dad, right?
I believe that was directed to Brianna, yeah.
Yeah, it's my father on the ship.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's where I'm at.
Okay,
Main
well,
Flint's back there in town. This is just our family monument we're going to see today. It would be a grave if we had bodies, but we don't, so it's monument.
yeah, she gets a tight-lipped expression at that one and nods. She gets how that would be hard. She says, well, let's look at them both. You never know. I mean, fresh eyes on the problem, right?
Not like they say much, man. Family one just says dedicated to the memory of my parents. And one back in town, it's just your list of lost ships. Date they were lost.
She nods. She says, but the names of the crew will be listed with them, and that gives us a place to start looking.
That's true, man. Sergeant kind of quiets down and broods the rest of the flight.
Yeah, she just sits quietly with him. Well, no, she helps drive. It's a lifeboat, you know. I'm not here to be decorative.
So, want to go to someone else? Or do you want to finish the trading and?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Madrimland. You guys go to Whirligig. A Whirlybird?
Whirlybird.
Whirlybird. Alright. Whirlybird's the name of the nation.
And also the name of its capital.
Right. So that's where you guys are headed.
It is a city of... Let's see here. I'll look at it on my map here.
We'll go to different fucking music.
Yeah. I think there's a gnome town
Yeah,
thing
there
somewhere.
is.
It's a city.
Couldn't help but overhear you were going to Whirlybird. Mind if I tag along?
More than welcome, come on.
Sure, says. Xerxes.
I was actually going to invite you along if you wanted to come anyway.
Mind if I join you, says Rogo?
Oh, well.
Yeah, you can come along, because I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to do stuff while I'm busy.
I think I heard Gareth in there, but I didn't hear what he said.
I was mainly going there to do a bit of research on my fancy toys, as I might say.
Well, I got no problem if you got no problem there. What is your name, anyways? Says.
Lyric.
No. You, Madrimland. What's your first name?
Everybody just calls me Madrimlian. It's Lilas.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I prefer Madrimlian.
Why?
Because my father's name is too close to it. To Lilas, so.
Uh-huh. So you need a nickname, like Mad Dog or something. Mad Dog Madrimland. I like it. I think I'll keep it.
Okay. He chuckles under his breath.
Okay, everybody aboard. Yeah. You guys head to Whirlybird.
Whirlybird is a city of 12,500 gnomes, approximately. It is a large port city. It's a star port, but it's also a nautical port. It is on the shores of the the Bay of Fortune, which is basically it's a large body of water, kind of like the Hudson Bay. It's huge and it's even shaped similarly. Whirlybird, I believe, is also in a tropical climate. Let me have a look here. Back up my map view.
That sucks. This sounds sad.
No, it's temperate forest. I am incorrect. It's still in the temperate forest area, so. The gnomes here are, of course, highly renowned for their technological capability. And they will warn you to stay clear of the city of Yarborough, which is now on the map.
Yep. Lurik knows that. Still clear of Yarborough is full of pickpockets and thieves.
A more wretched hive of scum and villainy. You know, you show up there and it starts going dun 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 dun. Ding. Okay. And then someone says, he doesn't like you, and I don't like you either.
You'll watch yourself. I have the death sentence in 7 systems.
Also, Greedo shot first.
Yeah. No,
Except he didn't,
shot
but
first.
not in the original movie. No, hand shot first. Yep.
What is the name of that place?
Oh, I was talking about
Moss Isley.
Moss Isley.
No, I understand that, but I mean.
Oh, Yarborough. It's a gnome city.
Okay.
Okay.
He's like, that's the place I gotta go to rip people off of their money if I know Crowley.
How did you know?
He's like, wait, make sure to stop by there, fix a couple card games.
Fleece a few people. Okay. So you guys arrive in Whirlybird a couple hours later. Was Crowley going along with them too? Crowley and Yasma?
Sure.
Okay.
And what's Vaughn been up to? Did
And
we
what's
abandon her all by
what's
herself?
Vaughn been doing?
London's staying put at the inn. She's got to, study up on her spells, do her nature commune, and she's just gonna hang out with the elves. It's pretty awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll help clean up the barns and stuff too while she's there. 'Cause why not?
Sure.
Well, since I'm not here and you're going to Whirlybird, I will see what the cat wants. Hello, kitty bum.
Laughing very hard because my cat was just being a nuisance about wanting in.
What do you want?
I think ours wants out.
It started pouring here.
Yeah. That's why your cat wants in. That's the BC weather system. Cat is wet, must be raining. Cat is white, it is snowing. Cat is gone, it is windy.
It's that like
That's called the dog weather system.
So we get to Whirlybird.
Yeah, you guys arrive in Whirlybird. It's a town, as she said, of over 10,000 gnomes. So it feels more like 5,000 people. Get it? They're half size. Okay, never mind.
Boo. Yep, find out where we port.
Yeah, you dock up at the docks. Is Whirlybird on the ocean, or?
Yep.
Yeah, so you dock up at the docks. Right? Boat that size doesn't have a docking fee. Not unless you're going to be here for a week.
No, I'm not gonna be here for a week, just maybe a day or two.
Yeah, okay. They wave you on.
So might I inquire where there's a local alchemist who might be willing to do some training?
User in your channel timed out.
Oh, we lost Rowan. And Gareth.
Posture check again.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, my posture still sucks.
Sorry, I have to see if the cat's going to die. He thinks he's going to. What do you want?
Right. He says, "Can you spit?"
Of course I can. What does that have to do with it?
Can't spit around here and not hit an alchemist.
Okay, fair enough.
I would go to the Gaslight District.
Thank you. And which way is that?
Oh, he says, I'm sorry. He says, sell you a map for copper.
Yeah, I'll buy the map for a copper. Who knows, I might need it for another visit.
Probably. Once you go gnome, you just can't go home. Yeah, so you buy a map, he takes it out, he shows you where the Gaslight District is.
Okay.
What?
He wants company. He wants me to come outside. I'm sorry, Kitty, not tonight. My cat calls me to come out and hang out with him outside.
Probably would like to know where we can go to maybe do a little bit of gambling.
Gambling? Do you want legit gambling or back alley gambling? He says.
Want some chips?
What's the biggest payout?
He says, well, the biggest payout, he says, you're probably going to do legit gambling. But it's just not as fun as shooting dice in an alley.
I think I'll stick with the legit gambling for now.
Okay. Yeah. Then you want Princess Polly's.
That is in what direction?
He says,
Midgerman is from the map.
He says, I can sell you a map for a copper.
Right. I'll buy a map for a copper.
Yeah. Yeah, he shows you on the map where Princess Polly's gambling parlor is. On the map, it's a very large building. You can't miss it. Besides the point, it's on the corner of 5 streets, and it's on the corner of 2 of them.
Okay.
5 quarters. Uh-oh. Lorraine is reminding us to hydrate.
Hydrate, yes.
That's good advice today. It has been cold and rainy here for about 2 weeks, and now today it is normal July temperature, so it is hot.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Okay, time for my ice chai.
Okay. Well, Taz and Rowan, I think, are gone.
Gareth and Rowan, you mean?
Alright, yeah, Gareth and Rowan.
Well, shit.
Oh, shit. Okay, we're gonna have to go on without them.
Yep, we are. And we'll just have to let them catch up.
Yeah.
They said it was stormy in their area and their internet might go out. So, I guess it did. Shitty.
Yeah. And what is Arden up to?
Probably reading and researching like usual.
Okay, researching.
Magical weapons. Also probably asked about one of
Trail off into nothing there. One of the.
having a look at one of his guns to see how they work.
Oh, okay. Well, he'll let you know if he's cool with that when.
Yeah.
And on the Discord, Rowan is gone.
Yeah, it's probably their internet's out, which makes sense since they're relying on satellite.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait for the storm to pass and hope. Anyway, in the meantime, it's not like we're in the middle of a fight. Oh, is she back?
Oh, Rowan's back.
Yay! Well, you warned us about the storm.
Not sure she's back, actually.
No?
No. She's in the channel, but...
Not sure she can talk, because I didn't hear her yet.
No, she hasn't tried to.
Haven't heard her say anything.
Well, anyway, let's continue, shall we?
Okay.
User entered your channel.
Okay, we're not picking up any noise from you guys.
We haven't said anything yet.
Ah, okay.
Oh, good, okay.
Oh, good.
While you were gone, Arden wanted to know...
Internet hiccup.
Ah.
Yeah, we figured. You guys warned us. Arden wanted to know if Lurig would mind if he took a look at one of his weapons to see if he could, see how it worked.
Sure, why not? I was gonna replace this one anyways, so...
Okay.
So you caught that, Arden? He said yes?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you're researching the gun then. Because if you're just going to replace it anyways, you don't need to leave with it. since you're going to fucking Whirlybird, I mean, how much trouble can you get in?
Famous last words.
Exactly.
Well, you are with Rue of Hell and
Xerxes, so odds are good.
Odds are good you can get in some kind of trouble.
Hold my beer.
Yeah, my first
Hold my
stop's
beer.
gonna be a gun shop to get a masterwork gun.
Yep.
The worst part is Crowley's with them too.
Yes, what was possessing me to let all the troublemakers go? I mean, what?
Off on their own.
Sergeant did tell the lieutenant.
Yep. Yep, he did.
Now all the response adults are off and the kids are by themselves.
Well, that's true. Well, Madrimlian is there. Theoretically, he can hold them together.
One of the responsible people's just stuck his head in doing research. Why that might be irresponsible, I don't know.
You're making guns. How responsible can that be?
I'm trying to figure out how to make them right now, but yes, basically.
Yeah, he's working on guns, and I'm looking at alchemical properties.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go to Madrimlian. You head down to the Gaslight District. Alright. It lives up to its name.
Gaslights everywhere. Nice.
The fuck was that?
What's that?
Sorry, something on my phone just kicked in.
Yeah, it'd be somebody kicking that phone if it was there.
Somebody's playing games on her phone while she's gaming with us. Because that sounded like a Candy Crush winning thing or something.
No, Disney's emoji lit.
Well, no playing on the phone while you are the focus of attention.
Right.
Put it down.
I did.
Okay.
Yes, no distracted gaming.
But I live for distracted gaming, remember?
We may not have wandering damage while we are doing this online, but we will find a way to get you.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I won't come to visit for a while till you forget. Like, that's gonna happen.
I will contact my buddy Arcana and get Little Red Button Nuke.
You wouldn't do that for something that minor. You would not.
So you'll find the alchemist that he suggested.
Yeah, there's like, he suggested you couldn't spit on the street and not hit an alchemist shop. Right? You can tell they're called like, Gronix, potions and things. Right? And, thimble whistles, fine gadgets.
I think I'm gonna go to potions and things.
Okay. Right? You go to cross the street to potions and things. Right? Just as you're opening the door, you hear an incredibly loud bang from the back of the store.
Sounds like I'm in the right place. You okay back there? In Gnomish.
What? Was somebody talking?
Yeah, do you need a hand?
What? Can I stand?
He'll head straight to the back of the shop.
Yeah, you go into the back room. You see this gnome standing there over a brazier. The brazier is smoking with multicolored smoke, right? And he is got multicolored soot on his face, right? His ears are both like charred. Ah, an elf, he yells.
An alchemist, actually. I was hoping to get some training.
An alchemist?
No, it's not raining.
He says, what would a mathematician want to be in my shop for?
Mathematician?
Well, he said algebra.
No, I said alchemy.
Astronomy?
Potions?
Just a minute. He goes and sticks some Q-tips in his ear. Okay, now, who are you?
The name's Lilas. I'm actually looking to get a little bit of training in alchemy and get some more experience under my belt.
Right. And you came to me.
I told you you're one of the best.
Who told you that?
The guy at the docks.
What guy at the docks?
I'm not sure if he was a dock master or the map salesman.
The map salesman? Barney?
Well, I didn't catch his name. Show him the map that I bought.
Yeah, that's one of Barney's maps, all right. Guess he likes my photography stuff. Okay. Right. You want to apprentice? For how long?
I've only got a couple days leave, so...
He just stares at you blankly.
I have some training. I'm looking to learn specific things.
Right. Who trained you?
Elven Navy.
Oh my God, he says. You poor thing. He says, they teach responsible science.
Yeah, but I'm looking for alchemical poisons.
What the hell would you need with poisons?
Well, anything that can make my enemies stand still and not fight me is a good thing.
Ah. You want to make your enemy stand still and not fight you?
I'm looking for paralytics is what I'm looking for.
Right. Okay, I can probably teach you to make Ferrari in 3 days.
I appreciate it. How much will this? How much would you? What will this cost me?
1,000 gold plus supplies.
Done.
That'll cost about another 500.
Not a problem.
Right. Go scrub up.
Yep, I'll go scrub up.
You look around.
There's nowhere to scrub up, is there?
Back. He points out the back. So you go out back and there's a big fountain out there.
Yeah, I'll scrub up.
Yeah. Okay. So. Who is with Xerxes, aside from his partner in crime?
Lurik.
Lurik. Okay. Where are you going, Lurik? Says Gruvel to him.
Mainly, I was here to get a couple more guns and some books on research about them.
He says, Okay, can you direct us to where we would find somebody who builds gnomish interstellar personal transport devices? Gipteds, he says.
Yeah,
Bug suits.
that would be, he lists it off. I'm not familiar, but he would be.
Yep. Arian's armors. Makes power armor for all occasions.
That would be Arian's armors you're looking for. He makes power armor for everything.
Right. And his son runs Gus's guns, so it's right beside it, so you can even show him where it is.
It's also right next to Gus's guns, which happens to be where I'm headed, so I can show you the way.
Awesome. Yeah. So you drop them off there and head into Gus's guns. Lurik, he says.
Hey, so I have money finally.
Who'd you rob?
Those masterworks I've been eyeing up.
He goes, all right. Who did you rob?
Absolutely no one, actually. I ended up helping the Elvish Navy.
The elves. And they paid you?
Yep.
Enough for a couple of masterwork guns. Okay. Sorry.
That's all right.
I'm just looking up how much a gun costs.
Handgun and long gun.
What's that?
Handgun or long gun.
Handgun.
A regular pistol is 1,000.
Regular pistol 1,000? So 1,300 each.
Would you also happen to have any books I could take back for a friend who's looking into the finer points of gunsmithing for me?
He says, give away the secrets of the trade, eh? All right, 500 gold.
Got a deal.
Whoa, whoa, I was kidding. Jeez, who did you rob?
Absolutely no one.
I know. Elven Navy. Why can't I get the cushy jobs? Anyways, that said, yes, I got a couple of good books on gunsmithing. Says 10 gold apiece.
Right.
Yeah, he comes out with a couple of books. Right? They're Gunsmithing Basics and Advanced Gunsmithing by Gus the Gunsmith.
Yep.
What was that?
Yep. Hand him over the gold because while we were at the bank, I did some money changing and such.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they do take Elven Navy trade notes here too. Right. Their biggest trading partners, the Elven Navy.
He would have done he would have done half and half payment then.
Okay. Mm-hmm. He hands over the books for you. He says, "Good doing business with you."
Always is. Gotta say, I love your work on the guns here.
And says, "Well, hope they fire straight for you." Says, "Well, I don't hope. I know they will, but may your aim be true, my friend."
Heads out the door and goes to see what Xerxes and Ruvel are up to at point, because they're just next door.
Yeah, they are laughing and talking with the owner of the shop, Arian's Armors. Right? Ruvel shakes his hand. He says, "Okay, half up front, okay?" And he's like, don't even worry about it." "Oh, no, we got to give you something for your..." "All right, I'll take half up front." "Okay." He says, "You let the others finance their own other half." He says, "You can't go around buying all these for everyone." "No problem," he says. Shipment, can we have them there in like 2 days, 3 days?" Says, "Well, I can have you 3 of them in 3 days. The other 4 will take another half a week." "Okay. We'll pick them up the next time we're through. Or if we have time afterwards," he says. "All right," he says. It's bloody embarrassing, you know." "What's that?" "The Navy makes you buy your own gear." Yeah. Well, yeah, then they notice you there. "Hey, Lurik." "Lurik, how you doing?"
Oh,
He says,
not too bad. Yourself?
"Doing fine." He says, "Making a lot of money this week."
So's your son. You'll be happy to hear.
"Excellent." He says, "That is good news. Maybe you can pay me back that money he owes me." He rubs his beard. He says, "Can I get you anything, Lurik?"
No, actually, I was just here to see how my friends were doing.
All right. He says, "Well, they're doing fine." He says. He says, "They just blew a wad of money." Not that big a wad. So he goes, "Lurik, shoot them both in the foot." He says.
Now, why would I do that? That'd be a waste of bullet.
"True," he says. "Shithead smear," he says. They just spent 21,000 gold in this shop, all in elven trade notes. Our money to spend. We'll see you in a couple of days. Alright, let's get out of here. Crowley,
Right.
you guys make it to Princess Polly's gambling establishment. Well, Princess Polly's is a sort of a little bit on the seedier side of things. You get the impression that gambling is something that is, well,
Frowned upon?
not frowned upon so much as just, you know, people are like, why would you do that? You know?
Okay.
Yeah. What was I looking up?
So, what kind of gambling would they have here? Just dice games, or?
They got like craps. They've got a roulette wheel. They've got card tables. Right, playing High Paladin and Five Queens, and a few other games. Even some ones that are more mundane, like poker and 7-card stud and stuff like that.
All right, we'll try the roulette table.
Okay. You
Is there a
bet.
minimum bid?
Nope. No, you have to buy gambling tokens at the desk. But
Okay.
that shouldn't
We'll
be
buy
a problem.
500 in gambling tokens.
Okay.
I'll put 50 on black.
50 on black. Okay.
Yeah.
So roll 2d 20. If either of them come up odds, you win.
Six and an 8.
6 and an 8, you lose.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
We need the sad trombone.
Comes
My
up red.
turn. Crowley's gonna put 200 on double zeros.
On double zeros?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you roll either one of your dice comes up with 20, you win.
I think he's going to use his ability to fix the roll.
Yeah, probably. That's why he gets 2 dice.
Yeah.
That's better.
Not
Ryan,
quite.
by the way, wants to know if we're entitling
Right.
this session. Who did you rob?
I think
Pirates
that's what I
is the
will
easy
entitle.
answer.
I think that is what I will entitle this session. Who did you rob? It.
Pirates is the easy answer.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
You can't rob ill-gotten gains.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Report it to the local authorities?
Yeah, I didn't roll a 20.
No.
Unless I get a +1 for some.
Oh, you rolled a 19?
Yeah, a 16 and a 9.
Aren't you the guy who can manipulate luck as a character ability?
Yeah, that's why he gets 2 dice.
Ah.
Alright, nope, it comes up 0. So close, no matter how far.
Oh. Try 100 on red.
100 on red. Okay, if either of your dice come up even, you win.
Yep, both of them come up.
Both of them come up even? Okay.
18 and 10.
Yeah. So you win 100 gold.
Let it ride.
Okay, on red again?
Yep.
Okay, so you
Yep.
rolled even again?
10 and a 1.
Okay. So, yeah, you get 200 more gold. That's your original 100 is now 400.
I'll move.
Which means you're plus 100.
I'll move it over to black.
Okay. If either of them come up odd, you're the winner.
No, but I'm gonna use my ability again to reroll.
Okay.
17 and a natural 20.
Okay. It bounces out of the 0-0 onto black.
So I'm now at 800.
Yep, correct. And you're drawing a crowd. You just won 4 straight throws.
3.
Alright, I'm gonna take 600 off, and I'm 100 to, 100 to the 0 and double 0.
100 on the 0 and 100 on double 0?
Yeah, and I'm spraying 600 chips.
Okay, if either of them come up 1 or a 20, you win.
I would laugh if one came up 20, one came up 1, and the ball split in half.
No, didn't quite do it.
Nah.
Damn it.
Go 600 on red.
600 on red? Okay. So, evens?
Yeah.
Okay. And you win
Doubles.
600. And you rolled 2 the same?
Yeah.
Too bad you didn't
I'm
bet a
on.
number.
What's that?
Too bad you didn't bet a number.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So I'm at 12.
You're at 1200.
I'm gonna tray 1,000 and I'm gonna put 200 on double zeros.
Okay. If it comes up 20, you're a winner.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Right.
So,
Yeah, the crowd is sort of dispersing a bit now because you're not showing that you have like unbeatable luck.
eh.
Well, that's good. They're not going to throw him out of the establishment then for cheating.
Yep.
Well, I'll take the 1,000 that I have made,
Yeah.
and we'll go over and sit down and have a beer.
Okay. Okay, you guys make it to your village there, Arian and Celine.
I think we need to go back to the jungle music then.
Yeah.
I had a question.
Yes.
Before we go any further, they're like an equivalent of what used to be the damselfly.
Like a small one-man ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
But not elven though. But just
no. Yeah, there is equivalents.
Okay. So when we come in, I direct Celine to fly over the farm, and just behind the farm, there's like a marshy area, or just behind the barn, there's a marshy area. Sitting on the shore, kind of propped up, is a broken down one of those.
Yeah.
I point at it and I say, when I was a kid, that thing was my pride. I had big dreams of.
Does the spin dizzy still work?
What's spin dizzy?
Well, you never know. Maybe we could get her in the air. She says.
He's a wreck, man. It was the idea I'd go find my parents.
Right, she says.
Anyway, tie up kind of there on the shore, and I'm sure Uncle probably headed our way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help him more up, of course.
A rather tall, dark-skinned, red-skinned elf. Alright, comes through to you. Arian says,
Apple branch.
what's that? I missed what you said there.
Said Uncle Apple Branch.
Okay.
He says, how are you doing?
Good. Just we're on planet, so I thought I'd come visit the mom and men.
Yeah, he extends a hand to you, like to friendly take your arm.
Good. With the other hand, I grabbed the crate of. And I've got a new friend in town who interested in trading for some more fruit for his supplies.
Well, I'm sure that we can do something about that. Since I'm always interested in mead.
I figured.
Mhm.
This is Lieutenant Wintermist. She's currently my commanding officer.
Lieutenant.
I came as a friend. Good to meet you, Mr. Applebatch.
Good to meet you too. He extends a hand.
Yep, takes it.
He says, well, come in. He says, you still do live here, Arian. He says,
I used to, anyway.
you could if you wanted to.
Still home.
It's still home. Can I offer you a drink? Tea?
Whatever you've got on will be just great, thank you, she says.
I've got a pot on the boil.
Perfect, she says.
Arian?
Yes, Uncle?
Tea?
I like the long hesitation there. I think he'd rather have coffee. I don't know if you have any.
I do.
Well, actually, I was going to say, still have a bottle of that banana brandy?
Oh, yes, he says.
Banana
we
brandy.
can break out some banana brandy. Sounds good. He says.
Okay.
Makes
It's
it.
like tea, only much sweeter.
Better than tea, she says.
Yeah.
The sergeant looks at Celine and goes, let him fool you. He makes this stuff.
Ah, okay.
Pretty sure you could run us busy on it if you wanted to.
Right, I will sip, she says.
Probably wise, he says. It is brandy, after all.
I'm still nursing a bit of a hangover from last night. She says, none of you like your liquor strong, she says.
He says, well, there's no point in doing things halfway.
I'm inclined to agree, she says.
Interesting.
So, brings out the brandy and there and sip and catch up for a little while.
Yeah. He's had a pretty uninteresting life around here.
No major threats to his crops or anything. Everything's been...
No. There hasn't been anything. He got bugs one year. It was like last year. Right? Didn't pull in as much crop, so he had to turn everything he did get to seed for the next year. Alright.
Rough, Uncle.
What's that?
I said, that's rough, Uncle.
Yeah.
I'll pull out a couple of my trade notes, the 100 denomination. I'll slide it across the table. I'll go, now let me invest in the farm a little bit.
Well, I won't say no, because I'm not beyond that.
You would.
Thank you. This will help.
Family 4. You raised me, after all.
You were a good kid.
As if. I probably spent more time working on that old wreck out behind the barn than I did in the fields.
Yes, so you didn't go off and get into trouble or anything.
No. That's because I never got the wreck fixed.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't, so... What did it hurt to let you work on it? Now you're out there, he says. Any sign, any hope, anything?
Nope. Just all in the dark.
Maybe that'll change, says Celine.
Oh.
Now, your mother was his sister? Or his niece? His niece, rather. Yeah. My niece and And Arian was the only family I had left.
Right.
Now it's just me and him.
You have enough help out here with the farm, I hope.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of hands. He says the boys from the village come out and work.
Right.
And
Who's doing your hunting for you these days, Unc?
I was going to say, in exchange, they get to hunt my property, and they do my hunting for me.
Makes sense.
Who is it?
He says, I'm just going to
dig up a name
here. He says, Throaton Fairy Pine.
What? Guys can't shoot? God. Alright. Your larder must be getting low. After I visit the shrine, I'll go out and bag you some.
He says, thank you.
You know, I bet you're the man to ask, she says. What sort of medicinal herbs should I be looking for out here? And is it okay if I pick some?
Oh, absolutely, he says. Give honor to the spirits of the forest, that's all I ask.
Absolutely, she says.
The animals, it's their domain.
Right.
He says. So you respect them in their domain.
Okay, she says.
But, yeah, he names a few herbs. I don't know enough about it to say.
Jungle herbs are not my forte, personally. Yeah. I'm more familiar with North American and European herbs.
Yeah.
Hey, Unc, is Mom's stand of willow trees still down by the river?
You bet.
Maybe get some willow bark down there, man.
There we go. That's a good idea, she says. Willow bark is never enough, she says.
Nope, he says. Especially when you get to my age, he says.
Well, we'll make sure to pick some extra then, she says.
Thank you. He says, I do go down there and pick it, he says, but...
It's not a problem. I'm here anyway, and this is your place, she says. Is there a preferred offering that I should give to the spirits?
He says, from the heart.
Okay. Not a problem, she says. I'm a witch, she says.
Oh, then you understand totally, he says. He says, when I was younger, I was a hunter.
Right.
But it's been many years since I've drawn a bow. I'm not sure that these frail old arms would do it anymore, he says. But, he says, so are, no, you said yours is dead. You're his commanding officer.
Well, technically. More like he's my babysitter. I'm realistic, she says.
I see.
He tells me how to do things and says, may I suggest at the start of it, she says. Ooh, crash. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll put that in game. She knocked something off the table and she picks it up. Sorry about that.
That's alright. Just put it in the sink and the boys will clean it up later.
Oh, I can wash it, she says. Yep, actually she'll set about doing his dishes.
Yeah, he's got a couple of days worth, you figure, in there.
Right.
He says, are you hungry?
Looks at Arian.
Uncle, who cooked it?
I did.
No, you're not hungry, ma'am.
I'm not hungry, she says. Thank you.
Oh.
Alright.
We're about to go into the forest. She says, I'm sure there's stuff to gather there.
Yes, it is Rose Moon.
Oh, everything ought to be in bloom, she says.
And berries on the vines.
Brilliant, she says. Well, then we'll bring back some, she says.
All right.
Do you happen to have a basket I could borrow?
Of course, he says. He goes rummaging through one of his closets and comes out with a wicker basket.
Thank you.
We'll go out kind of like monument
Yeah.
just to the side, shrine of Morgan. Sergeant makes shrine and then spends a few minutes.
Sorry, you're cutting in and out, Chris.
Sorry about that. I said in a nice little glade is the monument. And then just to the side is a shrine to the Morgan. The sergeant will make his abeyance before the shrine and then spend a few minutes meditating before the monument. He'll rise to his feet. About how far out of town are we?
About 6 miles.
Lacking raven feather, I will cut my hand and drip some blood in front of the shrine of the Morgan.
Okay. Take 1 point of damage.
You bet.
Before we go out in the woods, can we run into town real quick?
Of course, she says.
All right, with you, ma'am?
Absolutely. Yep, we'll head back into town then for a bit.
Okay. Into the village.
I'm assuming I know enough people here that I'm trying to find somebody to go out there and look after the old man, because
You know
God,
lots of...
he should be alone.
Yeah. Well, you know that that I need a name for her. Hathra Storm Pond, right? Just had a miscarriage, and she could probably use the company too. She didn't have a husband or anything. She was just at a party and got pregnant.
I assume I picked that up from like my friends and
Yeah.
acquaintances because I haven't been back for a while.
Yeah.
So I'll go find her.
Yeah, you find her down by the river, right? She's fishing.
Hey, Aether.
Ariane, how are you?
Good. So, sounds like the old man had a bad year last year.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I don't know what the heck happened to his housekeeper.
She got ill, and he let her go back to her family.
So what are you doing these days?
Oh, she has not much of anything, to be honest with you, she says.
So, how much it cost me to go out there and housekeep for him for the year?
Oh, jeez. You didn't even do that? I'll just do that, she says. I'll pack a bag and go out there tonight.
Come on, can't ask you to do it for nothing.
Well, you could go out and get us a deer.
Planning on doing that anyway.
And you could help me get a few salmon out of this river.
I'll try my hand. I'm exactly the best at that kind of stuff, but give it a go.
What do you need to fish?
Survival.
Yeah, I probably have a couple points.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I can be of help too, she says.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
Oh, I was quiet. She says, "Hi, I'm Celine. I'm a friend."
Hi, she says, I'm Aethra.
Nice to meet you.
This pleasure's mine.
Wow. I actually rolled a 19 on the die, which gives me a 20.
Yeah,
That's cool.
you pull out of there a, like, 20-pound salmon.
Yeah, I'm sure I can't outdo that. Ha! Yes, I can.
She did roll a natural 20.
I did. I don't want to embarrass Arian, though.
No, you just managed to spear 2 fish.
She's like, huh, look at that! She says, wow, beginner's luck, she says.
Hey, Thurston laughs. She says, I bet you couldn't do that again if you tried.
Oh, no, I bet you I couldn't, she says. Oh, my God. Wow. It's a good sign, she says. She's very excited.
So do you want to take the fish out to the farm, Aether?
Yes, she says, I will.
Well, we have a lifeboat, so we could give you a ride.
Oh, okay. Let me go get my things.
Yep. While she's doing that, we'll load up what fish there are in the boat. And
Yep.
if I can snag another one while we're waiting.
Okay. Give it another roll.
That's only a 12.
No, you couldn't hit one this time.
I'll try again, too. Oh, I rolled a 6 this time, so...
You know what? You spear a rock.
She giggles. Yeah, well, okay, I knew it had to be beginner's luck. She says, looking at her spear tip, kind of, because it's kind of bent.
You know, broken. Wooden spears.
Yeah,
Fish spears.
I'm not going to win any fishing prizes today, she says.
Well, you beat me, ma'am, so I guess that's pretty good.
Just a lucky shot.
Aether comes back out of her mother's hutch, right, with a bag over her shoulder.
I'm sorry, I tried to get another fish, but...
Oh, she says, just toss it by the house there.
Okay.
Right? My brother will clean it up later.
Sorry about that, she says.
She says. Her mother, obviously, you can tell she looks like her, just older. Right? Comes out and says, good to get her out of the house, Arian. Thank you.
Well, Apple Branch had a hard year last year, and God knows that man cannot cook.
She rolls her eyes. She says, don't we all know that?
He makes fine apple brandy, but...
Just don't let him near an oven.
Thank you for
Once
the
watch
warning.
him burn water. Thank you, Aether, and
It is not a problem. Right.
back out to the farm.
Yeah, head
Drop
out the
off.
farm.
Drop off Aether, and I'll go out and Celine and show her where the Willow Grove is and all the different stuff along the way. I assume since this is my home ground, I'm a little better at hunting out here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll give you a favorite terrain for it. You can have a +2 to your survival roll. Right. Just for this hunting area, because this is where you grew up hunting.
Yeah.
Right.
So 16 on the dice plus 1 gives me a 17.
+2 more.
Oh, sorry.
19.
So 19.
Yeah, you can bag a 2-point buck out of that. You know, he's big enough to feed for a while, probably the winter.
While Arian is hunting, I'll spend my time gathering. I'll, get berries and, willow bark and whatever other medicinal herbs are available here.
Okay, roll herbalism.
You bet.
Profession herbalism.
great roll for me, 23.
23 is good enough that you recognize the plants by how he described them. You know, and
Right. Oh, this must be, yeah.
right, and what they're good for. So
Aconite, a little bark.
yep.
Well, it is the jungle, and if it's anything like Hawaii, there's probably some wild growing marijuana.
Oh yeah. Yeah, cannabis.
Oh, perfect, she says when she finds it. It's pretty easy for people to identify.
Oh yeah. This stuff's not even bad yet. It's high summer, so
Yeah, cool. She'll definitely
about
pick some of
harvest
that.
time.
Perfect timing. Get my bag out, if there's enough of it, bushel it up.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're gonna have to pick the seeds out because.
Right?
But then you can grow more if you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a couple of baskets at least of berries.
Yep.
Munch them as I'm picking. They can be lunch.
Yeah, and you haul out a couple 100-pound deer after you gut it and cut the scent pads off and stuff.
Yep. Well, that's well within my weight limits. I'll sling it up and
Yep.
dart it out of the woods.
Yep.
I'll make my offerings to the Fae in the first world, since the apple branches are basically Fae bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
While we're walking out, I'll explain to Lean that my mom was a sorceress of the Fae bloodline.
Oh, neat. Wow.
And it runs in the apple branches, and that's why so stringent about the offering.
Absolutely, she says. Well, good. I made the right decision then. I left honey, she says. Look at all the cannabis I found, she says.
Oh yeah, you remember that.
Yes. Don't understand why Unc doesn't harvest more of that.
Me neither. It's supposed to be good for arthritis.
Yeah, well,
Maybe he has trouble getting out here.
maybe.
I'll pick more before we leave, she says.
Let me
There
take
was a
this.
whole bunch of it. It was just growing wild all over the place, she says.
It does that here. Let me take the buck back to the house, and I'll come back for the bushels.
Okay, she says. Then I'll get more while you're doing that. And she does so.
Yeah. You take the buck back to the house, and
Green.
Hathra, right, has you hang it up, and she'll start skinning it.
Tell her, we're gathering some stuff out in the jungle.
Oh yeah.
What time's dinner?
She says, well, I need a couple of hours yet to finish skinning this deer before I can get the fish on.
You throw one of these back straps on the grill?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, we'll be back we'll work for a couple more hours, and then we'll be back.
Okay, she says.
Go back to Celine and let her know what's up. Dinner will be ready in a couple hours, so we got that long to jump out here.
Perfect, she says. Okay, well, I think I'm just about done with this. I don't want to take much more because it won't reseed itself properly if I do.
That sounds good.
Let's see,
So
what
we'll
else can
push
we
all
do?
that up and haul it back and forth. And
Yep.
I'll show her the rack before dinner, and down to
Okay.
dinner, I'll try to work out what will give the barkeep for his mead.
Yeah, right. You guys discuss that after dinner. Right, you guys return for dinner time, and it's fish and fruit, basically.
Brilliant.
Yeah, fresh salmon
And venison backstrap.
and venom and backstrap. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
She says, I could not believe the cannabis that was growing out there.
Oh yeah, she says it grows wild all over the place around here. She says it's a good strain too. She says grows hardy and does the job.
Perfect. She says, well, maybe I'll brew up some healing salve then before we go.
Oh,
Smiles and, you know. Was the wreck, by the way, a complete wreck? Like, it's toast?
oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically just the shell of a small ship.
Oh, I don't want to dispel your childhood dreams, but I'm sure you know this is probably better sold for parts, right?
Yeah, I don't know why the old man keeps it.
Sentimental, obviously, she says. And who can blame him?
So
I
anyway,
assume we come to a decent deal for the mead, and
yep.
I asked Unc if I could get a bottle of the banana brandy back to the barkeep.
Oh, absolutely. He says. He says, yeah. Thank you.
And I'll make sure one of those bales winds up in the boat.
Yep.
And when the
Good.
lieutenant looks at me, I say, to the medicinal stores aboard the Pride.
Of course, she says.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll brew up some healing stuff before she goes. You know, or I don't
I
know. I
assume
assume we're
that'll
staying
probably...
the night, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume that's going to take us late enough that we'll end up the night.
Yeah. In the meantime, then, I shall return to Rowan, who has not gotten much to play yet.
Awesomeness.
What's that? Awesomeness?
So back at the bar.
Couldn't hear that, hon.
I said awesomeness, so back at the bar.
Yeah, back at the bar, right? You help them clean up, right? The girl that, they have a daughter. He and his wife. Oh no, wait, she was pregnant. That was it.
Yes. No, she was
No,
wanting
she was
to
trying
be
to be pregnant.
Yep. And I
Right.
made her a fertility potion.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, she mentions to Von Vin that they used the fertility potion last night. Here's hoping, and she crosses her fingers.
I sure hope it works for you too, she says.
She says, aren't babies a blessing?
Yes, they are.
Well, I'm sure you're not ready for him yet. You're barely 50 years old. She says.
Oh, no, I'm not. I am not prepared to be a parental unit as of yet.
Good, she says. You got a lot of life left yet.
Well, I hope so, although, you know, serving in the Navy, I'd be given to understand, is not without its dangers.
It's true. But it's less dangerous than people would think.
I don't know about that. I've only been midshipman for a couple of months, and I've already seen 2 or 3 combats.
Really? Huh?
Not shipboard ones, ground ones, but they were related to my in the Navy.
Oh. She nods. She says,
Mostly around a diamond smuggling issue.
ooh, smugglers. That's ugly, she says.
It makes it worse. They were keeping slaves, and they were blood diamonds.
Slavery on top of it. Jeez.
I'm not feeling particularly guilty, although I probably should feel some guilt about the fact I stabbed a couple of guys in the groin with my spear.
She says, they were keeping slaves. They deserved it, she says. Then nods sagely.
That's true. No arguments there.
And then you shouldn't feel guilty.
I would feel bad, though, if I accidentally killed somebody who wasn't, involved in that whole messy, nasty business.
Mm-hmm. Sure, though, I could see that. I would understand that, too, she says. But slavers? Because there's no worse abomination in my mind.
And they were taking homeless.
They were taking which?
Even worse, they were taking advantage of street people who had no homes and were camped out in a park.
That's just wrong.
Nobody really noticed they were missing other than their friend. And of course, city guards all we'll look into it, and then they'd find nothing because the people who were involved also involved in the Navy. It was dirty, dirty, dirty stuff.
I see, she says. She nods. She says, well, I'm glad that somebody put a stop to it then.
We got a dispatch mention for it.
Nice. Yes. What's that?
Basically, our names got mentioned up in the higher ranks, and they said this group of young people whose names are such and such and such and such are excellent midshipmen who helped solve this whole nasty business.
Get your names known by the upper echelons of the Navy. That can't hurt.
I do believe that is supposed to be the idea. Because I'm given to understand that once you're serving, it can take a very long time to get some kind of promotion.
Well, that can't hurt your career then, to get them mentioned in dispatches.
Yeah, that could be. For sure. Although midshipmen are sort of like mile Navy personnel.
Oh, yeah?
For officers in training.
Neat, she says.
It is. It's amazing, actually. There's this monster huge garden in the Younggrass Pride. It's amazing.
Arian Rod's pride, but...
Or Arian Rod's Pride. It's absolutely amazing. Almost as amazing as your tree.
The tree's pretty amazing. My husband grew it. He's a druid. Me, I hunt. I'm a ranger.
Pretty young druid. I'm still learning.
Well, yes. Maybe someday you'll live in a tree like this.
And I do. Maybe. And I do a little bit of arcane casting too. I do a a little bit of arcane casting too.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
Yep, an arcanist and a
Nice.
druid.
She goes, I'm sort of a combination of a ranger and a rogue, you would say. She says.
Cool. That'd be
I don't
handy. I
use
could see
magic.
where that would work really well together.
I don't use magic like rangers do, but I use a lot of their tricks and stuff. And I use a lot of roguish tricks.
Cool. I'll tell you something though, we couldn't have done what we did without Crowley's help. He was an amazing asset.
Crowley's the young cat person?
He's a Fennec.
A phenom.
Enoch.
Well, he's very interesting, that's what he is.
That he is. He has some pretty strong feline instincts.
Oh, cool.
He's officially our ship's cat.
Oh, yeah. She laughs.
He likes fresh raw rats.
Who doesn't, she says.
If I must eat rat, I usually prefer them raw. They get really greasy when you cook them.
Yeah, well, if you eat them raw, you can get worms and stuff from them, so I don't do that, she says.
I tried to avoid it, let's put it that way, but I've been hungry enough to want to have done it.
Oh, yeah.
Conceived didn't fix.
She says, I find that hard to believe a Jarn Elfar that has gone hungry.
I grew
I'm not
up
calling
in
you.
a druid grove.
Yeah, I'm not calling
My
you
mom
a
died
liar.
birthing me.
Oh. Yes. So you grew up without
Okay, I
parents.
was raised by a whole group full of druids.
Cool, she says.
My dad was a passing spring festival ranger.
Oh. Well,
That's all I know about him. I don't even know what kind of elf.
I suppose we'll never know if your mother died birthing you.
Nope. Odds are pretty slim on me figuring that one out.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be really cool if I did, but Mom was a Nanahe, and I don't look anything like her.
Oh, yeah? She says. Well, you obviously have the instincts.
It is what it is.
It
It was
is.
sort of a little bit odd growing up with a bunch of Nanahe dudes for the most part, and being the only star elf around. I keep being told it makes me important. I'm an Elfar, but I don't feel more important than anybody else.
Good, she says. That means that you probably are. No, but being serious, she says, I find that when people think that they're above other people, they generally just are assholes.
I'm just glad to be in a city that's like more tree than stone. I was in one of those on the way here, and I really didn't like it much.
No.
Although it did make me find a workaround in Tangle.
For which?
Entangle. Because you can't use entangle on this because there's no plants, right?
Right.
But crabgrass, well, that stuff really, like, you can keep it in a pot with just about next to no light, and as long as you keep water in it, it'll stay alive. It's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah,
but
it's
if you
very
take
hardy.
a ball of it and toss her out, and then cast entangle, those suckers will grab stuff.
I'm sure they will. That's brilliant, she says. I should tell my husband that. Tell me what, he says from the other side of the bar.
Crabgrass and pots, he says, is a good way to deal with having an entangle when you're on stones.
I guess it would be, he says. I'm amazed I never thought of that. Good thinking, he says.
Well, I was in a city in a bunch of stones, and there was these guys that were slavers that were running away, and I couldn't use entangle. And I thought, well, that's a pain
Yeah.
in the Patuski. So I was like, how the hell do I get around this? Well, I need plants. Well, how do you get plants in a city, right? On a bunch of rocks. Well, you got to bring them yourself. Well, that means you need something really tough, right? That'll survive just about anything. So I thought, well, let's try some crabgrass. Right? And it worked.
Yeah, I imagine it would. Excellent thinking, he says.
So now I keep several small pots.
Right. Perhaps I'll do the same.
You just add some water once in a while and keep them in your pouches, and you pull one out and toss her like snowball. The grass go everywhere, and now you got an entangle.
Yes, and you can harvest the grass from the entangle spell to replant your crack grass.
Put her back in the pot.
Genius, he says.
Because that stuff will grow through just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
That'll grow through just about anything. If there's a crack they can get at dirt, they'll go for it.
That is true. Okay, back to... What's that?
I was going to say, we just about got everything back ship shape.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thanks for helping me clean this up.
You're welcome. Hell of a party last night.
Yes. How's your head?
Well, my head's fine. I grew up with druids.
Oh. We all know how the druids like their mead, she says.
But not just any druids. I grew up on a druid for the most part.
Yes. Something about none of he druids and mead, says her husband.
Yeah, you wouldn't know anything about it, eh?
I wouldn't, he says. And then he laughs. Okay, I'm not going to...
I'll let you switch to the next group.
Yeah, I'm not going to get right into there, Brianna, about what you do over the next few days. Alright? But in the end, you can get 1d4 doses of Karari. At a cost of 1,500 gold.
Okay, not a problem. Sorry, I was just away from my keyboard.
Oh, okay. Did you hear what I said?
Oh yeah, I had the headset on. I just couldn't touch my press to talk.
Ah. Okay, so roll a d4.
Okay, hopefully it comes up good. 4.
Okay, good. You have 4 doses.
I'm also going to purchase other books on alchemical formulae, and looking also for black powder.
Okay. Yeah, he can teach you how to make black powder. He taught his son, he became a gunsmith. And his black powder he uses mostly for fireworks, but...
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah. So Don and Blake. Crowley and Yasma.
Yes.
Okay, you guys keep gambling through the night, or just...
Yeah, pretty much. Just having a good time.
Okay. Ultimately, how much are you going to put out?
We have, what, 1,200 right now?
Yeah.
That's what we'll play with and see where we go from there.
Okay, I'm going to say that you can roll me 2d20 and tell me what comes up.
$14 and $17.
Okay. At the end of the night, you come out with about another 1,200.
Nice.
Gonna find a nice secluded kind of spot for me to and me and Yasma to
Yeah.
rest.
Okay. You guys go to the park or something, and
Use a tree, yeah.
yeah. Okay. So the very next day.
Okay, so by this time I've brewed up my potion and,
Yep.
well, it's more like a salve, healing
Yeah.
stuff for applying to the old man's joints,
Right.
I'm sure he can smoke enough dope on his own that he doesn't need me to brew up a, healing potion, but something to apply would be better.
Yeah, I'll say that it does, you made up 50 doses of cure minor wounds.
Cool. Okay. Well, maybe, fuck it. Leave it all.
Yeah.
I can make more later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mostly done with cannabis anyways, and you got lots now, so.
That's right.
Cannabis, sugar, stuff like that.
Perfect.
Okay, so.
I guess we'll head back to town then, I imagine. Unless,
Arian's got other ideas?
Spent a lot of the evening meditating before the monument.
Yeah.
Morning. Thank you, ma'am, for coming with me.
My pleasure, Eric.
Old man.
Yeah.
Head back.
Then he sees you off on the dock and waves you off.
Well, thank you so much for your hospitality. I've really enjoyed it, she says.
He says, "You've been a wonderful guest. Please do return."
Thank you, she says. I would love to.
With or without Arian.
I just may take you up on that someday, she says.
Don't make it too
Wow,
many
no.
days. What's that?
Thanks a lot, Unc.
Well, your friend is friendly.
Spoken for, I believe, but much too young for you.
Boy, he says.
Fetch.
If I could run you, I'd turn you over my knee, boy.
I think those days are past you, Unc, but I get your point.
Yeah.
I never got that impression at all, she says.
That's because you don't know him that well.
Well, that's true. I suppose there's probably stories of his misspent youth I haven't heard yet.
He says, "I misspent a lot of my youth."
Do you have any advice I could carry back to some youths who are misspending theirs? She says.
Listen to your commanding officer. And
don't
your
think they're-
sergeants.
I don't think they're going to take that well from me, but thank you. She says. It's truly been a pleasure.
He says, "It has been mine." He says, "Please come back." He gives you a bottle of banana brandy too,
Thank you, she says.
and he gives you one for you for just to keep on you there.
Thank you, Unc.
For medicinal purposes, of course, she says to Arian, puts it in her bag.
Of course, ma'am.
Yeah. And then you guys head off back to town. Okay. Crowley and Yasma.
Yes.
You wake in the morning after sleeping in your cottage, and
Oh, good morning, Crowley.
Morning.
Love having this cottage. It's like,
All right, let's find something to do.
all right, we'll go exploring.
And shopping.
yeah. Yeah, you run into Ruavel and Xerxes. There you guys are. Jesus, we've been looking for you all night.
Hey, how's it going?
I'll go see what His Highness wants.
Well, let me show you something. Find a spot where, there's not a bunch of people looking, and I'll put the key into a wall and I'll turn own little space.
Well, ain't that handy? Wish you'd told us before you disappeared, though, because, we were really worried about you guys. We thought the gnomes might have run off with you and sold you to the gypsies or something.
Sorry, we were having some luck at the gambling table.
Yeah. And we had no luck. I lost a lot of money.
Oh, I'm up 1900.
Well, oh. Geez, and I am down about that.
That sucks.
Well, I've never been a great gambler, but I've always had too much money for my own good. This is Xerxes talking, by the way.
Well, you should have come to this place that we went to, and
Yeah, we did. and then you guys disappeared.
Oh, I didn't even know you guys were there.
We've been looking for you all night, says Ruvel.
I would have invited you guys to stay with us.
Yeah, we probably would have got some sleep, he says.
Aw, sorry guys.
It's alright, he says. It's just like, I just knew that LT was going to chew my ass off if I lost you guys in Whirlybird. And frankly, I'm fond of my ass, he said.
Yes, I guess. Yes, I see.
Yeah, he is an ass, says Xerxes. There's not many asses he's not fond of. Yeah, I'm an ass man, he says. Everyone looks at me and says, you're an ass man.
All right, well, we were just about to go explore a little, hit the market. You guys join us?
Might as well without getting any sleep.
Alrighty then.
Well, I'll tell you what. You guys want to get a couple hours?
Nah, it's alright. We'll get a couple hours when we get back to town. Back to Skyreach.
I want some town music now.
Oh yeah, we need town music. Well, shit on a jungle floor. Okay.
All right. So, yeah. I'll just check out the market, whatnot, and
sure, Gnomish markets. Right,
Pardon?
Gnomish markets are really an interesting thing because they vary in their flavor from hawkers, like peddling, fresh fish, we catch them, you buy them, that sort of thing, to, right, quiet gnome sitting there on a stool kicking her feet, right, with a table laid out in front of her covered in baubles of kinds.
Ooh, bubbles.
Ooh, baubles, says Ruba.
Yasma's got 900 to play with. She can grab herself some balls.
Ruvel looks at Crowley and says, you gonna claw my eyes out if I buy your girl some baubles?
Not at all. I'm sure she'd love it.
He says, what do you like? He says. They're like, literally, they're like copper and silver jewelry with semi-precious stones.
All right, I'll get.
You were cut off.
Oh, I'll get silver jewelry with some blue stone in it.
Okay.
Pendant.
Sure. Sure, she's got a few of them, and the one that you get is a filigreed sort of cage almost with a blue sapphire in it. It's not like high quality, but it's pretty.
Cool.
Right? And he just sort of gets flabbergasted when she tells him the price, and you think he's insulting her.
What?
Because he's like, it can't be that much.
Oh.
Right?
How much is it?
3 copper.
3 copper?
Yeah. It's like, surely you're kidding. She's like, no. I price my wares fairly.
Who is this? Is this
Ruaville.
Oh, it's Ruaville?
Oh, I don't mind paying for it myself.
No, it's not that I mind paying for it. It's that it's so inexpensive. I easily thought that the silver alone in this would be. She says, it's not really. Well, then you'll allow me to pay you a silver apiece for them. Okay, she says, looking like he's a crazy man. Yeah. He buys a few pieces from her. Pendants, earrings, a bracelet. And she seems to think he's a little nuts because he insists on overpaying her. And as you guys are walking away, she goes, crazy fucking hell for her. I'm sorry if I embarrassed you, he says. Meow? Our cat is yelling at us.
Yes, it's because I shut the door because it's curfew time. It's curfew time.
It's curfew time. Shut up. Go lay down. Okay, so
we're going to ask around where the local orphanage is and drop $900 off there just as a gold.
Okay,
help
sure,
out.
Sure.
Or for myself,
Mm-hmm. Well, they are absolutely stunned. There is a local orphanage here. It's gnomes, of course, right? Along with a couple of elves.
Cool.
Right? But it's an elven girl that runs the place. She's about middle-aged, right? Heavy about the hips, no real chest to speak of. Wears her hair in a tight braid. Pretty in her own way.
We had a really lucky night.
You got out after a really lucky night.
So here's something to help you guys out with.
She just stares at it for a moment. She says, help us out. She says, you'll fund us for years.
Good.
She goes, what's your name?
Yasma.
She goes, you should be a saint, Yasma.
Crowley.
You should be a saint too, Crowley.
Oh, we're far from it.
Hey, now I like the sounds of St. Crowley.
Ravel laughs. She says, the children are, well, they're going to be so happy. She says,
awesome.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry about that. Yeah. And then you head out.
Probably start moseying back towards the market or the.
Was there other things you wanted to buy there, Crowley, or?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so you guys start heading back to Skyreach.
Yeah.
Okay. Skyreach, we need a different city. Because we're back in Skyreach.
Everybody's back in Skyreach now?
Well, except for Madrimland, who won't be back until leave is over.
Right. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's one there.
Dormant out here.
Yeah? Hasn't reached here yet.
We're over by Kin Beach at Park with
Oh, yeah?
really windy.
Yeah. You guys should swing by. Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
So I can't think of anything else Arian wants to do with his leave, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just head back to Skyreach and meet up with everybody else then, I guess.
Yeah.
Except for Madrimland.
Stop by the Leafy Bell, drop off the fruit, give him the bottle.
Yep.
So where'd our companions take off to, she says? Did they give any indication? Have they been back here?
Oh. She says, the young ensign.
Madrimland?
Yes, that's the one, she says. He said he was going to Whirlybird, and a bunch of them went with him.
Okay. Huh.
Except for Von Vin. She's currently taking a bath.
Oh, okay. What do you figure? Do you want to wait around for Von Ben, she says?
Would you like a bath?
And we probably should stay here because this is the last place we were all together unless we report back to the ship.
No, it makes sense, she says. I doubt they're going to go anywhere near the ship for the next couple of days. They might be put to work, she says.
So I said we might as well stay here.
Okay, she says, sounds good.
She says, can I draw you both a bath?
I will take that as a suggestion that I need one, and then yes, please. That would be lovely.
Well, no offense, but you have blood under your fingernails. And...
No problem. She says, I'd be happy to have a bath. Thank you.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. She says, yep.
And when the bath's done, I'll kind of talk to the barkeep about trying to set up something kind of regular for Unc.
Sure. He says, I know a few people out here that are flying back and forth. He says, I can get something going where I can send regular things out to him and get regular crop from him.
Try to set something up for him so he can have a little more steady income.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Then I ask him, so is this place finished or are you still expanding?
He says, always expanding. He says.
So, what would it take to get kind of like a regular apartment we could...
Oh, you want to rent an apartment here? Okay, how many rooms?
Yeah, for when we're in town.
How many rooms would you like?
Kind of us. Asma. Von are the girls, so they'd probably need a room of their own.
Yeah. Von Vin
Guys,
Yasma.
to split.
You have what would that be? Von Vin, Yasma, and Celine.
Right, so one room for the girls and a couple for the guys.
Okay, 3 rooms? She says? Yeah. He says, 50 gold and I'll build it for you.
Absolutely.
He says, you want a good view?
Sure, why not, if it's available.
He says, absolutely. He says,
If I give you 100, could you throw in a balcony in a common room?
he says, well, I intended to throw in the common room anyways, he says, but he says, a balcony? He says, sure. He says, I can even throw in a dock if you want for landing your small craft.
Sure, what'll that run?
He says, for the 100.
200 all up?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Of course, you can rent it out when we're not around. And
I wouldn't do that, he says. He says, you never know when you're going to be in.
that's true.
Nah, we'll just keep it for you. Yes. Happy to
All
do
right.
it.
Sounds good.
He says, you want to know the truth, Arian, he says. And Celine, do you mind if I call you that?
Oh, please do, she says.
He says, is it Lady Celine?
Not yet. My mother's still the lady, she says.
Alright. He says, well, in any event, to tell you the truth, we don't normally get a lot of she and Alfar around here.
I don't imagine, she says, which is unfortunate.
Well, yeah. He says, and the ones that do come in here, he says, the she are okay when they do come. He says, the Alpha are a pain in the ass.
Yeah, they're here to stir up trouble.
And be demanding.
She
He
nods.
says, your friends aren't like that.
No, they're really not, she
Von
says.
Vin and my wife have been chattering for all day.
I'm glad to know that, she says.
He says, and
Actually, kudos to your wife for getting her to come a bit out of her shell, she says.
Your Alpha friends, he says, they were singing along with the chants, trying to learn to drum.
That's wonderful, she says.
He says they even joined the morning drum circle.
Did they? Cool, she says.
It's the morning.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
I gotta go. I gotta work really early in the morning.
Yeah, it's time to call the game anyways, so.
Yeah, we're just gonna finish up the scene.
Yeah.
He was gonna ask you guys to swing by, but maybe tomorrow.
Get your character
That would do
sheets.
better for us.
Yeah, okay.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Night.
Good night, guys. Thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forget what this guy's name was again. I know the wife's Jenna.
User disconnected from your channel.
His name was...
I forgot to.
Right, we lost
And
that.
I think we lost the notes, so I guess you better give him a
Lost
different
the
name.
notes. I'll give him a new name.
Well...
Unless Brianna has it.
No, she had the notes in my program. And,
Okay.
We had a computer crash.
Computer fart.
This is why there was much screaming 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Noah's last name was Green Dancer.
Yes, I remember that too. His name is Amatar. Can you put that down there, Brianna?
On it.
Thank you.
Thank
So,
you.
Amatar, the one other thing I might ask, if you'd do me a great favor.
He says, anything, friend.
When you're working on growing the rooms,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you could take Von Vin under your wing a little bit and show her how you do it.
Sure. Absolutely.
That'd be lovely. Thank you.
He says, it's the kind of stuff they don't teach you in the Navy.
No, I bet they don't, she says. Not that I know what a druid's training is like in the Navy.
Yes. Nor do I, but I know they don't do this much.
Probably not, she says.
What was the inn called?
The Leafy Bough.
Bough. As in the golden bough, but the leafy bough.
Done.
Thank you. That one I'll remember. That's from the story.
And his wife's name is Gemma. Or
No,
Jenna.
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 Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, Chris remembered that.
Yeah.
Please, can we change that name?
No, it's sort of important to the story, actually. I believe that their daughter's name is Jenna, and she appears in the story.
Yeah, she's a character.
Yeah. She appears
Okay.
in the book.
Sorry. Hey, I know some really great gens, so...
Yeah, I know some really great gens, too. As a matter of fact, there were so many of them, they had to give them all nicknames down on the coast at one point.
That's true.
Yeah, something. I know a lot of great gens. It's just most of the Jennas I've met have been total,
Well,
But what about Jenna Morassi? She's awesome.
yeah, or Jenna Simmons.
I don't think I've met them.
Jenna Morassi is a writer.
She has a YouTube channel I
She has a
follow.
YouTube channel and everything.
Oh,
Right.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, and Jenna Simmons is a character in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Fitz and Simmons.
Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, yeah. There's two good ones.
There you go.
But technically, I have not met them.
Yes, that's true. And all Jennas out there at the moment are going, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah. Bitch.
Well, if you're a good Jenna, I'd be happy to meet you. Otherwise...
Bad Jennas are called Karens.
Anyway.
Anyway. So, okay.
So I believe
So
we're...
What was that, Chris?
I was going to say, so now we have a place to call home when we're important.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and that's what we'll call it.
Okay. So thank you everyone for listening. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Tail Foundry. They recently decided that they were going to do like hosting exchanges with people, and I'm one of the people that they did a hosting exchange with, and they're a really cool channel if you're into writing or character creation. That's kind of what they focus on, and check it out if you get the chance. Other than that, I will see people on Wednesday for the inaugural launch of my NaNoWriMo and summer camp, World Anvil summer camp streams.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm doing World Anvil Summer Camp, but I am doing Camp NaNoWriMo this year. Are you doing it there, Siobhan?
I haven't signed up for it, but I should probably do it.
Yeah.
Come join my cabin.
Yeah, we'll join her cabin.
Alright. Toy Soldiers Old School is game mastered by Aaron Reed, based on the Toy Soldier Saga universe created by Diane Morrison. Audio is provided by TeamSpeak. Sound effects and ambience provided by Sirenscape. Music provided by White Sand. Check out his Patreon at patreon.com/whitesand. Mapping software provided by Campaign Cartographer 3 Plus and World Spinner, which we were using tonight. with adaptations in Adobe Photoshop. Gaming software provided by Fantasy Grounds, Hero Lab, and World Anvil. Check out our campaign at www.worldanvil.com/w/Toy Soldiers Saga. Distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution License, the Toy Soldier Saga is copyright 1995 by Diane Morrison, all rights reserved. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we will see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
All right.